get over the Kentucky loss? Or?
Yeah, it was really hard. We put a lot of preparation into that game. Obviously everybody knows how big of a rivalry that is, and when you prepare so much for a game and come up short, it's always going to take an emotional toll on you, physical toll. But we had to put it behind us. We feel like we learned from that game and ready to start ACC play.
You talked about what you learned. What did you learn, do you think?
I think we just figuring out even more how we need to play. Offensively, we got to be sharper. We got to make harder cuts. We got to screen harder. We got to play more with a purpose on offense, and defensively, we still got to continue to improve in our pack line, keeping the ball out of the paint, things like that.
There was some discussion there might have been a little rust because of the big layoff before the UK game. There's been another gap since that game to this one. You guys, how are you going to overcome that, or what will you try and do to shake the rust off?
Yeah, we've had a great week of practice. We've been going hard. Practice been really competitive, really physical, really getting up and down and competing. So I think that'll serve its purpose.
You mentioned keeping the ball out of the paint. It looks like Miami's got some guards that can penetrate pretty easily. You agree with that?
Yeah, Chris Likes is a small guard, but he's really quick. He does a good job of getting in the lane, and Zach Johnson as well. I'm sure they got some other guys on their roster, but yeah, that's ACC play for you. Every team we play for the rest of the year will have good guards who specialize in getting in the paint.
You're playing a guy 5'7". How does that affect your way you attack him defensively?
Yeah, well, he's small. He's really little, so that's kind of is viewed as a disadvantage in basketball. But certain players realize how to use it as an advantage. It's hard to maybe get down as low as they can get. They can really get up under you on defense, and on offense they can fit through some of the smaller cracks in the defense. They're really good at splitting ball screens. So you just got to be extra sharp in our ball security when he's pressuring the ball, and really do a good job of protecting the lane as a whole.
Does that differ than if you're up against a guy who's 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, well, if you're playing against a bigger guard, maybe 6'4", 6'5" guard, they may look to post more, or they may be better at finishing through contact, or when you got a smaller guard, they just typically are more elusive and smaller and understand angles a lot better.
Do you have a preference? Which
I don't.
kind you rather defend?
I don't.
It's been an odd stretch. It'll be 3 games in virtually a 3-week period. Have you ever been through a stretch like that before as a player?
I don't think so, but it's been good for us. We needed the practice time, and I think it's going to be good for us, especially going into ACC play, where we're going to fit 18 games into a kind of a smaller time gap. So I think it was good for us.
Christen, do you think at times you guys can be a little impatient offensively?
Yes, I do. I think sometimes we play lacking purpose. I feel like we may come down and take a shot early in the shot clock, which is not necessarily a sin in our offense. We always look to, if we get a good shot early, we have no problem with taking it. But sometimes as the flow of the game gets going, possessions get shorter. We play early in the shot clock. We might get a shot in the first 10 seconds, whereas Kentucky, in the Kentucky game, they had some possessions where they made us play 28, 29 seconds of defense and score, which is draining. So, it's kind of got to be a good balance of playing the way we want to play, but at the same time making teams work defensively, trying to see if we can break them down.
Practicing patience, is that something you can learn in practice, or do you just have to develop that in games?
Yeah, I think it's both. Because games obviously have a different feel than practice. Guys are trying to make plays, but it's definitely something we work on in practice. Playing longer throughout the shot clock, playing more of a purpose, cutting harder, making teams work.
How much attention did you pay to the ACC before you got here?
Yeah, well, everybody pays attention to the ACC. It's the best league in the country, but I didn't necessarily watch every game, but typically you turn on your TV throughout the week and it's an ACC game on, so I watched it a lot.
How do you assess the conference going into conference play? What teams have impressed you?
It's really strong. You know, obviously Duke, North Carolina, Virginia at the top. Last night I watched NC State, Miami. Both of them are really good. It's a good game. Virginia Tech's good. It's really strong, you know, all throughout the league. I think even the bottom of the league, whoever that may be, is going to, you know, be some of the teams in the middle and the top. I don't expect anybody to run the table or anything like that this year. So it's a really strong conference.
You have a quarrel with being picked 11th.
I do, yeah, personally, and we do as a team. But you know, it's our job to go out and prove that we're not 11th. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it's something we'll use as motivation, kind of try to play with a chip on our shoulder, but you know, we got to go out and prove it.
Have you, when you looked at the schedule before the season started, obviously you see UNC, Duke, Virginia, all these games after the start of February. Do you ever consider January to be sort of this great opportunity for you guys where there's still good opponents on there, but with February being what it is, this is a great chance for you to get out to an early start in the league?
Yeah, February is tough. So January is, like you said, it's going to be time for us to, you know, figure out how we got to win. You know, I think we need to do a better job of closing games. We haven't necessarily done a good job of that in the non-conference, but I think we'll be tested in January for sure. And if we don't come out and perform how we need to, play the way we need to, we'll lose. But it certainly gets really tough in February.
Is there any for you personally, coming from transferring in from Stanford? Is there any extra preparation for you to go through like you said, the grind of the ACC season in the next couple months?
All right, well, I got to raise my level of play for sure. You know, the ACC is going to be a different level of conference play than Southern Conference, and I know how tough it was to get wins in the Southern Conference. So yeah, personally, I realize I got to raise my play. I'll stay in the gym and try to be as focused as I possibly can.
What was the biggest game, the biggest school you faced at Stanford, do you recall?
My junior year, we played Florida State pretty good. I think they were number 7 or 8 in the country at the time. This team with Dwayne Bacon and Jonathan Isaacs, I think we lost by maybe 8 or 9 points. I'd say that's probably the highest ranked team we played.
Anything else? Great, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.